better watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows mean. He gets claws real big, pissed off quick, and if you cross him you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the sword, never getting bored, loves the blood and gore, always wanting more, feeding from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness, torn apart quick, you left scars ripped, you'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Got a GoTrax with suspension. That's right, this is the GoTrax G5. It's one of the first GoTrax with suspension that I know of. The scooter is surprisingly quick for a single motor scooter. It's very zippy, gets right up to top speed super fast, holds the top speed well. The range on it is great, but more important than that, I think the build quality is on point. You can pull on this thing all day long and it doesn't move a millimeter. No creaking, no nothing. Goes over bumps pretty quietly for such a low-end scooter. This thing comes with 10-inch air-filled tires. They run amazing. This thing feels great to ride on. Really smooth, especially with the suspension. So shout out to GoTrax. You guys are killing it out here. Cruise control is on. Look at that. Check it. Check that. No hands. This is a true test of a scooter. This is how good is it? No hands on cruise control. Ready? Go. Woo! Not bad. Not bad. Pretty good stability. Usually that's how I test the stability on scooters. You do a little one-hand test, see how much it shakes. If it's pretty stable, you can do it no hands, right? But most scooters you can't do no hands. Don't try that at home. Do not try that at home. I need to tighten up my brakes here. Let me see if we can do it right here on the spot. If you want to tighten these on the go, all you do is pull this, spin this a couple turns. Now it should be tighter. Let's see what we got. Spin it a couple more. See how that is now. Oh yeah. We'll do that to the front here in a minute. Railroad. Nice and smooth. Same hill, $500 GoTrax G5. Talking 15 mile an hour at the lowest. Just feels really solid. Welcome guys to the review of the brand new GoTrax G5. When I got this scooter about a month ago, it was still on pre-order. I will have to check now, but I will have the link in the description if you're looking for this scooter. I think it's a great buy. After riding it for about a month, got 100 miles on it, and from what I can tell you is it's very, very sturdy. It's got that feel of very nice build quality that I usually only feel from like Segway and other brands. It seems like they maybe stepped up this clamp somehow to the point where it's very beefy, very sturdy feeling, along with this giant stem piece here. I can't even fit my hand around this. I think this is a high quality scooter that is going to last you a long time. GoTrax has really stepped their game up on the quality side of things. You can tell on this scooter it's It's nicely put together. Let's start from the top and work our way down. Keep it simple on this scooter. It's a pretty simple scooter. It's got obviously a thumb throttle for the accelerator. It is only kickoff, and you must time it perfectly to get the kickoff. Now, it's not as finicky. I had a GoTrax G Max Ultra last fall, and I had mentioned in that review that it was a bit hard to get the timing correct with this, and a lot of times you'd kick off twice. I hardly ever have that issue with this scooter because they seem to have fixed maybe the program a little bit, and the thumb throttle always engages when I kick off, and everything's very smooth. On the acceleration side, for sure, it's strong. I believe this has 450 watt motor. It gives this thing a lot of power. As you saw in the hill test, about 15 miles an hour on that hill, which is really good for this price point. Not going to see that a lot anywhere else, this type of hill climbing ability on this cheap of a scooter. So I'm really impressed with that. The power for sure it's there. It's what you need out of a scooter like this for a real adult, for say a 200-pound man or something, or woman. It's something that can carry a heavier person. There's a lot of scooters these days that seem like they're designed for like a 150-pound teenager or something, and this is not one of those. You got to realize that going in. It is taller. It is up to almost my chest here, and it is a bit wider handlebars than some of these other entry-level scooters, so it is definitely better for your wider arms of an adult. Now, on these handlebars themselves, I love these grips. A lot better than most grips on any entry-level scooter. Very grippy, very comfortable. Moving over from the grips, we have the thumb throttle. We've talked about that for a second, how it engages. Very smooth action on that. Left of the thumb throttle, then we have the brakes. Now, there's obviously a front and left brake. These brakes engage an e-brake as well when you pull it. So there's 3 types of brakes on this. You have dual drum brakes, front and rear drum brakes, and an electronic brake. It has plenty of braking power. I do think I'm going to tighten up this other one right here. I'll show you how to do it right now, how we did the other one at the stop light there. All you're going to do, tighten these brakes, pull this up, and spin. Make sure you spin it tighter this way, and that will hopefully tighten up the brake a bit. Let's do it a little more. Let's try it now. Oh yeah, you want to keep your brakes pretty tight. You can even go a little tighter. There we go. That's feeling good. Obviously, the biggest improvement on this scooter, and sadly they just got all dirty through those puddles, is the front forks they've added to this scooter. These front forks are becoming standard on a lot of lower end scooters, commuter scooters. I think they're decent quality, decent performance, low price, so we can obviously stick it on a scooter like this without raising the price too much. Low maintenance, you don't have to deal with hydraulic oil or maintaining these really at all. There's just springs inside, so their suspension is good to go on this. Now, next to the brakes, we have this new addition here. This is sort of a silicone grip that I think is a great idea. Its purpose, clearly, which I'm not using it for yet, is to put some kind of phone mount or other things here, maybe a headlight. What it does is reduces vibrations coming off the handlebar if your phone was attached to it, keeps your headlight from vibrating so much, and it also would keep those items from slipping around. A lot of times when you buy a phone mount or something, on some scooters it'll be slipping down, depending on the phone mount you have, if it's not the best. So this will obviously help with mounting accessories on this scooter, and it's something that I don't see on any other scooters really. This is new. I like it. It's a cool feature. Keep moving to the left. Now we're gonna have our screen. A bit hard to see in the daytime with this screen, and it is very basic. It's gonna have your miles per hour on the top. It's gonna have your gear here, which we can switch with one button. It's got walking, drive, and speed, S, sport. Walking is obviously about walking speed, a couple miles an hour. Drive is 15 miles an hour, and sport is 20 miles an hour. And the range, but I'm getting around 15 miles on this scooter, no issues. Now moving left again, obviously we have this hook that is used when you fold the scooter down. As a commuter scooter, you're probably going to end up folding this a lot, putting it in cars, whatever. So I will show you that quick. If you missed it, pull this up, pull that down, fold, connect this little latch right here, and now you're lifting the scooter. You want to fold it back up, you push that part, this, latch it back up, make sure this part is secure, right? Make sure everything's secure, and always before you ride, make sure nothing is loose. Now moving down, obviously it has the nice GoTrax styling. I do love the gray color on this throughout. It's a totally gray scooter, something you don't see a lot of, but definitely something I like. It's a very clean look. The deck is silicone Doesn't really look like it on the video, I'm sure, because it's matching color, but from here all the way over here, this is all silicone. This back part is obviously a footrest that you can use, but I find that it's a little bit steep and not the most comfortable, so I usually just keep my foot here. Comes with brake lights, tail lights, all of that. And one thing that's cool for people in Europe is a little license plate spot where you can put your required registration if you have that in your area. You mentioned the tires earlier. These are 10-inch tubeless tires. They remind me a lot of the tires that are on the NINEBOT Max. Very nice tires, good grip, good longevity. They'll probably last you 1,000 or 2 miles easily. Overall, this scooter is a nice package, good entry-level package for anybody who's looking to get into scooting at a relatively low price of $500. It's not going to get much better for a scooter. I'll tell you right now, this is strong enough. It's not going to leave you wishing that you bought more going up a little hill, and it's not going to leave you wishing that you bought a little bit better build quality, because I think it's there. It's got it. Anyways, let's go ride the scooter some more. Enough talking about it. This scooter rides really nice, so we're gonna get back to that. See if we can get any other clips today. Smooth, comfy ride. I love air tires, man. There's a lot of scooters coming out these days with solid tires, and it's just because there's a lot of lazy people that don't want to pump their tires up every other week, so that's all it takes. Stay on top of your tire pumping. Check them often, you won't have issues. But a lot of people don't also have nice bike paths without debris on them. You know, like you could ride these forever and not get a nail because there's no nails out here. It's not in the middle of a city with construction or whatever. Just rides real nice.